Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome to Thursday for all of you who are joining us live. For those of you who are watching on our YouTube channel, hello to you as well, and happy afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it is for you while you're watching this. Thank you for joining us for another small business selling skills workshop. Again, we do these most weekdays at noon Central. And by the way, when I say we and us, it's simply me and the voices in my head, right? The royal we, me, myself, and I. So thank you for joining me as we hang out here in my home office / nursery. Gotta love the pandemic. And by the way, as I mentioned, some of you might be watching this on YouTube already, but for those of you who are joining me on LinkedIn Live, you don't know that we have a LinkedIn YouTube channel with all the recordings from all of our live sessions and DTV, all kinds of great content. You can check that out right at our YouTube channel. I'm going to put the link right down here below. You can go ahead and look at that later if you want. So let's dive in. Today, I want to talk about a very simple but very important topic. And that's this: the difference between having a prospecting problem and a pipeline development problem and a selling problem. And I think this is really important for small business owners, solopreneurs, freelance professionals to think about, because I've found in my work over the last 15 years now, doing one-on-one coaching with clients, that they often come to me with an incorrect assumption about what their challenges are. And what happens is we just go, oh, I don't have enough business. I'm not selling enough. I have a sales problem. I need to get better at selling. But the reality is there's a lot to the buyer into buyer's journey, the prospect into client journey. And there's a lot involved there. And there's a lot of different places where you might be having a problem. And why I think it's important to spend a little bit of time strategically thinking about this is because I have also seen professionals spend a bunch of time working on the problem that is not really the problem, right? So let me identify these two different areas and kind of explain them. And then we'll be able to kind of look at, how to help figure out where your challenge is. And I always forget doing this, but Yolitha, you reminded me. Please tell me where you're joining me from down in the comments. This helps me know that I'm not just talking to myself and completely just shouting into the void. So here's the two things to think about. And this is very broad, right? We could talk about this for hours, but very succinctly, when you're trying to drive business and trying to get more clients, you either will have a top of funnel issue, which we can call a prospecting or pipeline issue, or a bottom of the funnel issue, which is much more of a sales or a closing issue. And so when you think about getting more clients, the question to ask is, am I talking to enough people and just not showing them the value and converting them into paying clients? Or am I just not talking to enough people, but when I do talk to them, we have a good conversation, I can convert them into clients? Because again, if you're just not talking to enough people, you can do all the work you want to on your sales skills, on your ability to have a good presentation and to ask good discovery questions and to ask good closing questions and handle objections. But if you're just not, talking to enough people, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you have a 100% close ratio, but you're only talking to one person a month and you need to get 5 clients a month for your business to be successful, it doesn't matter, right? In that case, you have a top of funnel, a prospecting, or even maybe a marketing problem. We could look at it that way. And conversely, you might be thinking to yourself, well, man, I talked to all these people, I have lots of good conversations with qualified prospects, but I'm just not able to have somebody commit to working with me. Great. In that case, I mean, if you're talking to 100 people and you only close one deal and get one new client in a month, and again your goal is 5, you're out of luck. So what I'm going to suggest to you is do some basic breakdown of the numbers over the last couple of months. Look at how many clients you got, or how many new customers, however you're tracking your business, and then go, how many people did I talk to get there? And you kind of start working backwards. So if you had, let's say over the past couple of months, 10 new clients and you talked to 20 people, then that's a 50% close ratio right there. 50% of the people who are prospects you spoke to the business. And if you're like, well, hey, of all the people that showed some interest, there was only 20 to begin with, you're like, wow, that's a pretty kind of narrow funnel. And in that case, you're saying to yourself, I should probably do some more prospecting or selling up top. And again, it depends on what those numbers show when you do that quick audit. And this can be quick and dirty, back of napkin math, but you'll figure that out pretty easily. You'll also probably figure out pretty quickly that you don't even have to do this math. You don't have to do this full audit. If you just sit there and think to yourself and kind of don't jump to conclusions and just ask yourself, where am I really struggling in my business? Is it just that, I'm going to a lot of networking events, shaking a lot of hands, meeting a lot of people, getting a lot of business cards, maybe even doing some follow-ups, having some cups of coffee, but nothing's translating into business? Or is it, gosh, I'm just not, doing something to talk to enough people. And, when I talk to them, it's great, but I'm not talking to enough people. You can usually figure that out pretty quickly, even with some introspection. Now, if you want help with that, let me know. That's one of the things, obviously we do that in our coaching group. That's the link, I'm looking at all of the banners we have here. That's our Selling Launchpad, which is a coaching group specifically for small business owners, solopreneurs, freelance professionals, and to help with both the top of funnel prospecting and marketing skills, but also then obviously the sales skills to make sure that you're converting business. And if that makes sense, please check that out. Also, if you know somebody who's struggling with or maybe just somebody who who's running a small business, maybe they've run into some challenges because of the pandemic, or maybe they're just starting out. Maybe they got laid off and they're starting that business they've always wanted to start, which is fantastic. But maybe they don't really know how to sell it. Send them this link. Do me a favor, because I just see so many really successful professionals, successful at what they do, successful at the skill they have and the results they get for their customers and their clients, but they just really struggle because they don't know actually how to sell themselves. And my goal, or at least one of my goals, is to help make that not happen so often. So the Selling Launchpad is a great place to check that out. I still do as well one-on-one coaching. If you know somebody who really wants to amp up their business, just reach out. Would love to chat. Would love to share a little bit what I do. I said the one-on-one stuff, a little more intense, but again, it's really designed to kind of supercharge and really build the pipeline and build the business quickly. And if there's anything else I can do to help you be more successful, feel free to just reach out to me. Ping me on LinkedIn. I'm here every day in some way, shape, or form. If you have a group that needs a speaker, if you're working with a sales team and you want somebody to actually dive into some of these things on more of the broader organizational level, we can definitely do that. And that's it. With that, everybody, I try to keep these short so that to finish up, sit down and try to assess your business, assess where the leaks are in your pipeline, because until you really figure out, until you diagnose what the real issue is, you can't really solve it. So thank you so much. We're out. I'm not going to be here tomorrow on Fridays. We're going to be taking most Fridays off for the near future. So I'm just going to be here Monday through Thursday, but I'll see you next week. And that's it. Have a great weekend. Bye.